Now, coming to you live from atop the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's the one, the only, P.U.C.L Podcast.
It's P.U.C.L! It's P.U.C.L! Pokemon Underground Champions League, oh yeah! P.U.C.L!
And welcome to the 395th episode of the P.U.C.L Podcast. I am your host, Trainer Thatch, here today with my spectacular co-hosting duo in Professor Snag. And
hello, P.U.C.Lonians. Sorry, I just stepped over your hand.
And the Salty Sublime.
Salty, sweet, bitter, so many flavors.
So many flavors to be this week. And welcome to the P.U.C.L Podcast. The show where we talk everything Pokemon, from the video game to the trading card game to, I guess today, Pokemon Masters. And so we're gonna break down everything for you guys today about the recent Pokemon Masters announcement. We have a juicy news segment for you today too.
Boy, do we!
It might have a little too much salt, but we'll see. Welcome to the show, though. If you're new, welcome back. If you're old, P.U.C.L, of course, stands for the Pokemon Underground Champions League, a nonsensical name that I came up with in 2007 because I was 16 and in a basement. And yeah, so let's start at the show how we always do and just kind of like chit chat, see what's going on. How's everybody doing? What's up? How's life? What's going on Pokemon wise? We just saw each other a week ago, so this is a pretty bad question.
We did, yes.
It's a bad question.
I was there. I was sad that I missed out on the actual P.U.C.L episode. I was, for those who didn't know, I brought my whole family to P.U.C.L, and so the evening that we recorded, I just kind of had to be at the hotel with my family. My wife had a headache, so I stayed with them the night. But no, it's been good. We got home, and two things Pokemon wise that I've been pretty excited about. Facebook Marketplace is a dangerous thing because you find people selling plushes.
Yes.
So we found a very reasonable a deal. Like they showed like maybe a dozen plushes in the picture, and they had a very fair price for it. And one of them was one of the plushes Snaggerina was looking at after PuckleCon. And we're like, she wants that one. All the other ones they seem good quality and whatnot. Let's throw an offer out there, and they agreed. Turns out they threw in at least another like 6 or 7 plushes in that. So my wife came up with like a whole garbage bag of plushes. So it was plush party time at our household last night. It was crazy. The kids loved it. I'll have to post some pictures in the Discord soon. And then the other thing. So Thatch, remember last year how we played my Pokemon skin of Forbidden Island?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to I shouldn't say expand, but I'm going to try to do a complete makeover with that. So all of the things are in
get all the tiles.
Yeah, all the tiles, and have them Pokemon themed and themed with the TCG. But the thing that stopped me from continuing with this project is that I didn't have a good box for it. The ideal box is the Kyogre Primal Clash Elite Trainer box. But that set is so old I couldn't find it.
I have it. You should have just let me know.
I said it on Discord a few times.
I'm not paying attention to every message on Discord.
I know. That's okay. I didn't realize you had that. That could have saved me $20, but that's okay.
I would have just brought it last week and given it to you because I've got so many of these Elite Trainer boxes sitting in my closet, and I don't play the TCG anymore.
That's right. I still found one on eBay, for a very reasonable price. And I'm also getting the Groudon, box for that as well as some of the extra Kyogre things. So I can make more things in theme with the deck that way. So anyways, I found the Primal Clash Elite Trainer box, and so I can finally complete this and put it all together. I'm very excited about it.
That's good. No, that is exciting. How about you, Sublime? How was your week? Let's just say in general.
Okay, so getting home from PuckleCon.
Oh, I heard
was
a
challenge.
Yes,
was a challenge. So I've just been recovering.
I think you hold the record. I think
I do.
I think you hold the record.
7 hours or something like that.
I think you hold. Yeah, I think you hold the record. I think it literally took less time for Fluffiest to get back to Italy.
It did. We went to the airport at the same time, and she got home first. Because we had the last meal together and then went to the airport.
Yeah, that's what I imagine. Oh man, How is sleeping in? Did you sleep in O'Hare?
Henny. I did.
Oh no,
I did. And then the lights are. It's not cute.
I know that. I absolutely know that. I remember once my advisor was flying back from like Pennsylvania or something, and it was important because we had a trip the next day out somewhere else. And so he got stuck in the Philly airport and he had to sleep there. And it's this 70-year-old man. He's adorable. And he's just like, they made me sleep on a cot in the airport because they refused to pay for a hotel.
I'm amazed they gave him a cot.
They didn't give you a cot?
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Wow. I thought they at least gave you a cot.
They give people toiletries if your luggage is like checked in.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow. Well, who are you flying with? Who are you flying with?
It was American.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, there's only like 4 companies anymore.
If they can ever blame you, blame the weather,
yeah,
they're
that's what
very
they do.
Disinclined to give you any hotel or anything like that.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. So,
yeah.
like,
I guess it was very stormy in Columbus that
yeah, it was. It did. It just started storming like right
I know I
after
wasn't
we
the
left.
only flight that got delayed. I was just the most. Like, I lost my connection, and then I'm not going to get into it because it's very upsetting. Yeah. I made it home and I've been recovering.
But it seems like a lot of people's planes got delayed, unfortunately. Like, I know.
And then, I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
It's too much.
We're all home now and in better
We are.
places.
Yes.
Yes, that is true. That is true. For better or for worse, yes. Myself, I mean, the thing that I've been doing this week, I've been nuzlocking Black like real hard, mostly because I made the mistake of saying I was doing it on stream. So now I have to stream it every time I play because I just want to play it. And we had a really rough night on Thursday night. It went really poorly. We had like 5 things get crit, like no joke. Like we're getting crit like all the time. It was sad. Then we played again last night because I wanted to keep going. Like I wanted to redeem myself. I couldn't wait a week for our team that had shrunk all the way from a full party down to 3 mons. Like I couldn't leave it like that. So we played last night. We caught some new friends. I think we lost 2, but we came out positive last night. So that was good.
Who are we pouring one out for? Who went down?
I think the one that was the worst was the Herdier. Like we had a Herdier.
Oh.
And it was like level 21. And it goes in because at this point of the game, we only had 3 mons and we had to get through rival battles to be able to go catch more. And so we were fighting Sharon. And so we chose Tepig, so he has Oshawott. And our team was Pig Knight, Herdier, and Victini. So you tell me who's going to fight.
Victini, though.
Well, you tell me who's going to fight the Dewat, okay?
Herdier.
Yeah. So Herdier goes in. Herdier unfortunately takes a defense drop from like the Razor Shell. And I'm just like, well, he's got to stay in because it's not like we're going to switch in Victini to take a Razor Shell. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, Herdier, you got to stay in. And so it takes the Razor Shell. It was like a crit from the Razor Shell too.
Oh no!
He holds on with 2 HP. Holds on with
full restore.
No. So here's the problem. So he goes in and he knocks out the Dewat right after that. Knocks out the Dewat because we had to use takedown. So we had the move out. So, no. It had 14 health. We knock out the Dewat. It survives. It holds on with 2 HP. Okay. And then what happens is it levels up. It goes to level 22. We have 4 HP now. The problem is this is the rival battle after Castelia City. And so you're in a sandstorm.
No.
Yeah. And so he went down to the sandstorm.
That's tragic.
I honestly thought Herdier was going to make it to the end. I legit thought Herdier was going to make it to the end. I was like really upset about that one. The other one was we went to go catch the Victini and, Victini, my strat was, and I thought it was a very good strat because Victini takes forever to KO. We had a Sandile and I was just like, okay, we mud slap it down to red. It's at -6
accuracy.
It's at -6 accuracy. It can't use confusion because we're a Sandile, right? This thing hits a quick attack through -6 accuracy and crits the Sandile. Sandile goes down. So, we traded Sandile for a Victini. The good news is we have a new Sandile.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Sandal's great.
Yeah.
Especially if you manage to get one with Intimidate.
In most situations, though, I think most people would trade Victini for a Sandile.
Yeah. So it wasn't the end of the world. Yeah, we traded. I was really upset about that one. We did catch some new friends though. We got some cool new ones. Like we picked up Maractus. Like I couldn't believe we picked up Maractus. That was really cool because we needed a grass type, and so Maractus came to the rescue. We got Yamask, which is probably honestly getting dumped for something better, and then we got.
I mean, at this point, it sounds like you got to take what you can get for a minute.
For like for a hot minute, yeah, that's what's happening. We're just in the process of grinding up Sandile to take on Eliza for that electric type badge, and then we're just gonna walk out after that.
Eliza is my favorite gym leader.
I believe that. I absolutely believe that. Man, I can't like playing through that game though. I can't believe like how complex the story used to be. And like
it's so good. I think Black and White is the best story.
Honestly, like I think like looking back now, I feel like Black and White is probably like peak Pokemon. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's like peak Pokemon.
And it's still the only game to have a sequel.
Yeah. I mean
where they didn't like make you pay for twice for the same game.
It blows my mind. It blows my mind. I'm just going to leave that there.
Anyway.
All right. So that's going to be it. We got some news to talk about. So we're going to kick it on over to the news segment. So let's cue that epic music.
Town Radio Tower. This just in.
And welcome to the news. We have a few things to talk about in the news. First of all, there's that Pokemon Masters Conference. We're going to be hitting that later. Again, Pokemon Go is celebrating its 3rd anniversary, so that's kind of cool. They just released the new special research. I wish they would do so more often than once a year. That would be great. If you guys could get on that, we'd appreciate that. There's a lot of mythical Pokemon. You're on Gen 3 and you're just teasing Gen 5 starters and your new artwork. So let's get on that. From now on, Alolan, Rattata, Sandshrew, Vulpix, Diglett, Meowth, Geodude, Grimer, and Exeggutor can be obtained shiny as well in Pokemon Go. And you can get a Pikachu with a party hat to photobomb your Pokemon snapshots for the next week. So go do that while you can, I guess. Yay! Oh man, it's going to be interesting.
Have they officially said that this set of research gets Jirachi, or is it something else?
It is Jirachi. I'm pretty sure it's Jirachi. Let me double check.
Okay, because I looked at like what all the things were, and nothing about it said Jirachi at all. So I'm just kind of skeptical about that.
That's honestly something safe to be skeptical about. I agree with that.
In which case, if that is the scenario, then they're giving us more of these things, because I assume Jirachi is going to be right around the corner if it isn't this one. So
it is Jirachi. I just looked it up. So we have all of the steps for the research laid out already. Joe Merrick did it. That's the GoFest one. Oops. I don't know where it went then. The Jumpstart research. You have to make a new friend. So that's actually hard. So if anybody on Puckle hasn't become Pokemon Go friends with people yet, go to the thing and ask me to be your friend.
I think someone just asked about that recently. So yeah, as a reminder, folks, come to our Discord. There's a pinned message where you can add your friend code, and everyone else's friend codes are on there as well. So
it's hard because we just added a bunch of friends at PuckleCon.
Yeah, I know. I'm so upset about
for the
this
Pokemon.
Right
that was the most fun thing, I think.
I'm gonna see
the Pokemon Go challenge.
I'm gonna see if there's somebody I don't know or that I know that I haven't added yet somehow. All right, so the next one, make a new friend, catch 3 Pokemon with Weather Boost, hatch an egg. These are stupid easy. You get 2 lucky eggs, a Dratini, and 15,000 Stardust. Then you earn a candy walking with your buddy. You also get you take a snapshot of Dratini and you evolve a Dratini in the next one. That's stupid easy too, especially if I have extra candy from the Dratini day.
Hopefully, I mean the thing about those kinds of candy is some people probably have spent it all powering.
I do believe that. If you do the earn a candy walking with your buddy and taking a snapshot of Dratini, you get 60 Dratini candy.
Okay, so there you go. They're helping you along the way.
Yeah, so that's like halfway. Well, not even halfway. That's enough to evolve Dratini, because you only need 25 to evolve a Dratini to Dragonair.
Yeah. It's like halfway to getting to your Dragonite.
Yeah. So,
and I have a hunch because one of the later ones is evolve a Dragonair. You'll probably get more Dratini Canny later. Is my hunch.
You are wrong, I think.
Okay. Well,
it's a good hunch, though. It's a good hunch.
The next one is power up a Pokemon 10 times, battle another trainer in Great League, and then battle in a raid. This is something that can be done in like one day. All of these things are things that can be done in one day. And then the one after that is catch 5 different species of Pokemon, catch a legendary Pokemon either from research breakthrough or raid battle. Through a research breakthrough, that's easy too. Hatch 3 eggs. Then after that, you get like all of the Sinnoh starters for that one as well. And then a shiny Eevee encounter. You're guaranteed a shiny Eevee in this. What is this nonsense?
Congratulations. You get everything we got from Community Day for sure already.
Yeah. And then I guess it looks like there is no Jirachi in this. This is just this is just jumpstart research. This is interesting. Weird. There's no Jirachi.
Fascinating.
See?
Maybe it's a catch-up type of mechanic, right? Because
it is. It's called a jumpstart. So if you're like,
jumpstart, more like catch-up.
Yeah, it's like it's like a catch-up thing.
These are all things people who have been playing will have because you had the Dratini Community Day, they had Eevee Community Day.
Yeah, and then you can end up getting 125. You get 60 candy. You get 120 candy in the last part of the research just for Dratini.
Okay.
So this this is just something that I don't care about.
It was a good hunch.
I just realized this is something I don't care about now. So
right. Well, I mean, it's still good to get those things, but like,
and if you think about like Celebi was actually like, and I find it interesting now. Celebi being a Pokemon dealing with time, it was actually very much a timed event. Like you had to like spend like 7 days spinning Pokestops or 7 days catching Pokemon or whatever it was. And that one, you actually had to do for a while. So I imagine the Jirachi one will have a few more hurdles to go along with it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I like that though. I mean, I really enjoy the special research. It gives you a reason to play. It does. So I am upset though. I thought that was the Jirachi one. I just discovered I was wrong. And that is upsetting to me.
It's not the first time that Pokemon lets us down, though. It's okay.
We'll get there. We'll get there in a few minutes. But let's see. Other than that, I don't know that there was like too much other news this week. Other than we got Hidden Fates coming out, which gives you a lot of the shiny Pokemon from the TCG set, but they're all alternate art, so who cares?
They're alternate. That's so cruel. How are you going to release a set with alternate arts in its own
before
set?
rotation? Right before it.
So cruel.
Like it's got some cool, like the artwork in them are fantastic. By the way,
I mean, like the star is that Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos.
That's
GX,
a promo,
all in one card.
At least that's a promo.
It's gorgeous. Well, there's the regular art, but then there's the stained glass art.
I know, and it's in the Elite Trainer box.
I'm obsessed. It's so good.
Okay. So now we're going to talk about it because we've talked about it for the past 2 weeks, and I'm really upset that we have to talk about it again.
In a different way. I mean, this is technically a development.
This is a development, in the I don't know how to say it. Dexits or hashtag Bring Back National Dex movement. Pokemon responded in probably what I think is close to the worst way they possibly could.
Possibly the worst way possible. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Possibly the worst way they could.
They didn't offer anything to I
don't know.
So for you guys at home, like what I would like to see, cause like I'm on the side of Dexit that's like, please bring it back. And in terms of a response, things that I would like to see at minimum, what I would like to see, let's acknowledge the fact that you're upset. 1, and then 2, let me give you a little something that'll give you like a little bit of hope to like ease the pain, right? Like that's all I'm hoping for. And this does one of those two things. So I don't think it's a full can of what I was looking for, but maybe you can judge. I'm going to read it for you. This came directly from Masuda, and it was posted on the Pokemon website. This is the first thing Masuda has tweeted out in 2.5 weeks, which is really surprising because his Twitter used to be ultra active. So let's go. Thank you to all of our fans for caring so deeply about Pokemon recently. I have shared the news that some Pokemon cannot be transferred to the Pokemon Sword and Shield. I have read all of your comments and appreciate your love and passion for Pokemon. Just like all of you, we are passionate about Pokemon, and each and every one of them is very important to us. After many years of developing the Pokemon video games, this was a very difficult decision for me. I'd like to make one thing clear. Even if a specific Pokemon is not available in Pokemon Sword and Shield, that does not mean it will not appear in future games. The world of Pokemon continues to evolve. The Galar region offers new Pokemon to encounter, trainers to battle, and adventures to embark on. We are pouring our hearts into these games, and we hope to look forward to you will look forward to joining us on this new journey. So I can only describe this as a nothing burger.
It's how to say literally nothing in 159 words. They said nothing new.
They said more in their interviews, I think, like in the Fatismo interviews.
It's remarkable. It's like the biggest, like we heard it. I don't even know how to describe it.
Yep. It's just hard. I can't. I don't know. I think it's.
They didn't even say
response.
they will be like.
Right. Like
right? They didn't say these Pokemon like, oh, they'll for sure be in the next game. They said like they could appear in future games.
I wonder if that's a translation issue. Because like they had the original Japanese on there, but like
okay, but like they were responsible for the translation, and given the like severity of this, I feel like it's not a mistake, or if it is, that's an even bigger faux pas. If it is a mistranslation in some way,
yeah, right.
And also, I didn't either hear the terms mainline games because
right,
be like, oh, you get to see your Pokemon in Pokemon Masters. Or
I understand that Snivy is in Pokemon Masters. That doesn't assuage my fears.
I like no. If they would honestly, yeah, you're right. Honestly, you just shift the phrasing from that does not mean it will not appear in future games. If you just switch that to they will appear in future mainline games, like you put that in there, I feel like you make a world of difference. I feel like you quell a lot of fears. You quell a lot of fear. And I
love how at the end they say, we hope you'll join us.
We hope you'll buy the game.
Exactly. It's like, we're not doing this. Please buy it anyway.
I don't know. It was, I also found the timing.
We're passionate about every Pokemon, just some Pokemon more than others.
I found the timing of this really weird as well. Not really weird. It's not. So the reason they're doing this like right now is because they're doing that thing in Japan right now where they're actually like showcasing it, and I think they want to drop some more news this weekend. And I maybe I'm wrong, but they are showcasing the game, and I think they didn't want that to end up going poorly for them. So they're like, we have to acknowledge it's happening, because I think it would have been worse for them to not acknowledge it was happening and then say they put out the next direct, right? I feel like that way you're just like, you're fanning the flames at that point, right? You couldn't just ignore this. And, they definitely have, it looks like, but,
right. Like it was dying down. Yeah.
I appreciate the acknowledgement. I mean, they blew up Reddit again. Like Reddit's just in a frenzy all about it again. And, it's, that, which is disappointing. Like, I mean, they're definitely bad people on both sides. I can understand being on both sides. I think the people that are yelling at the people that are upset need to not do that. I mean, we said this several times. Just don't do that.
Anyway.
That's mean. And then
saying that the people who were asking for bring back national decks didn't deserve a response is petty.
I mean, I don't understand the logic other than like, maybe it's just like, man, I want this to be like every other release cycle where like we're all hyped together. And
we're all happy. Well, guess what? That's not the world we live in anymore.
I mean, I want that too, but
we all do is the best part.
I understand it's just not happening. You know, it's just not going to happen. Unfortunately. But
I'm really curious as to what would have happened if they just didn't tell us about Dexed at all, and then we just kind of found out on our own upon release.
That would have been horrible.
We'd all be hyped. We all would have at least been hyped.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: we wouldn't have been able to know until like Home actually came out, and that's.
That's true.
That's not true. That's not true.
No, that is true.
No, data miners would have seen the models.
Yeah, data miners would have seen that the models weren't in there, and they would have all been like, "Oh man, my worst fear as of right now is like Sword and Shield comes out and data miners find all of the models." That is absolutely my worst fear.
Oh, that would be something.
Is that they get in there and the only thing they need to do to include the Pokemon that weren't included before, because the guy who runs PK Hex is already talking about trying to insert the Pokemon that aren't in there already into the game. And I was looking at that. I'm like, you know what would be really like the worst is if all they have to do is like when the data miners go in there, they find all of the like 3DS models already in there, which are already scalable to HD, by the way. And they just go ahead and they just scale them all to HD, and they say, now you can put your Pokemon in and like unlock a button so that you can access those models. And that would be the moment that I'd be like, well, I just have no faith now. I don't understand. Like, it's not obviously not like a monetary decision at that point. So
yeah, I don't know. One other thought I have on that is it could be like right now, like this is their PR.
I think so.
I'm probably wrong. This is probably what they're saying right now, but I imagine in the future they may go back on what they're saying and use that raid boss feature, because that raid boss feature is a great way to introduce
then
things.
Why would you double down?
Again, that's my thought. So, maybe they could, but I think it's maybe unlikely. It's hard to say. I think they may go back on what they're saying, though. We'll see. We'll see.
I think they didn't say one way or the other that they weren't going to do it, right? I want to make that clear.
They said, because they have to acknowledge that you have to keep it open-ended. What you do, right?
They kind of kept it open-ended. And so Joe Merrick was upset when they announced this. He's like, at least just say they're going to do patches, right? Like, just say that. But
I don't think they are. And I think this is them saying, like, this is the direction they want to go. So
the response to that, though, is they couldn't, if they can't guarantee the patches are going to happen, maybe they're thinking about it internally, but it's been 2 weeks, right? So, like, maybe they can't make that decision within 2 weeks whether or not it's doable, because they're obviously finishing the game and hopefully getting it graphics better than Ocarina of Time. And what they're doing is they're like, we'll consider it, but they don't want to say that at this point. And they don't want to get your hopes up and then have to backtrack on saying we're going to give you something.
I think people are just like hoping. There's a lot of false hope going on.
Oh, there's a lot of hope going on. There's a lot
of false hope. Okay.
I can even see it be something where you get something like the mythical Pokemon and some of the legendary Pokemon, but not like a Burmy or a Sunkern or whatever. The lesser loved Pokemon. I know. Just about every Pokemon is someone's favorite, but
all of them are. We actually proved all of them.
No. There were 4, except for Gothita
and Gothita,
Yangoose. They're not all someone's favorite. Email in if one of the Pokemon that got 0 votes is your favorite.
All right,
and Silcoon. Nobody likes Silcoon.
But Cascoon, he's slightly purple.
But Cascoon's okay.
All right.
Got that evil eye.
All right. Okay. So, I just want to end that. We're going to end that there. We're going to go on all day. The other thing that I want to touch upon real quickly is this is more Puckle news that I keep forgetting to say every week. I got news about this like weeks ago and I keep forgetting to bring it up. But, Puckle is going to be at MatsuriCon. If you go to anime conventions and you were just like, I don't want to go to PuckleCon, but I want to go to Columbus, Ohio for MatsuriCon instead. Puckle,
this is your moment.
This is your moment. I'm going to be giving a panel at MatsuriCon, and if you want to go, you should go. Yeah. I'll be there. The Gravies will be there.
I love the Gravies.
Awesome. Yeah.
We all love the Gravies.
So we're gonna go do that, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna do MatsuriCon. Yay! And if that goes well, we'll probably just keep going. We'll probably hit up some more conventions around the Midwest. It'll be fun. So if you guys, so come and check it out. If you're not there though, I'm probably going to record it just so I can have it as like a banked thing and like throw it up and like take a weekend off from the podcast at some point. But yeah, that is where we are with that.
Oh, actually, I have one piece of news. Also Puckle related. New gym leader, who dis?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because Lydian lost his 3DS on an airplane.
Sorry about it.
Yeah.
That's very unfortunate. I'm not happy to be stepping in, but I am doing my duty.
Yep. All right. Yeah, that's true.
So if you're in the Summer League, there's still time. I will be stepping in as the
there's still like a
fire
month.
Gym leader.
There's still like a month.
Exactly. So we're like halfway there. You still have the time.
There's plenty of time to jump in now. I would say
jump in on a Monday and you'll find me.
Yeah, it's just like if you come in like the last 2 weeks of July and you're like, I'm just going to get started.
Hard.
I'll be like, have fun trying. And
I did that once.
I don't recommend it.
Hey, at this point, I have 1 badge, so I have a head start on 2016 Snag.
At least you started.
Yes. Yeah. I've done a few battles. I just haven't, I don't know, OU's not really my bag, so it's hard.
Yeah. All right.
That darn Magirna.
Dude, tell me about it. All right, that is going to be it for this. We're going to kick it on over to Puckle's Poke Quiz, where we're going to quiz your co-host on their insane Pokemon knowledge. And welcome to Puckle's Poke Quiz, the part of the show where we quiz your co-hosts on their insane Pokemon knowledge. Snag and Sublime are going to be operating as a team today to see if they can score as many points as possible. They are competing together. They are competing against their fellow co-hosts to see who can get to 30 points the fastest. There are going to be 5 Pokemon-themed questions today, and a possibility of 7 points because one of these points will have a bonus question, and if they get all of them right without using their lifeline, which is a hint, they can end up getting a potential 7 points. They are competing for $20 of tpublic.com swag credit so that they can go buy whatever they want over there at the Puckle T Public store, whether that be a mug, a tapestry, a throw pillow. The throw pillows are nice.
They are.
They are. Actually,
I want one with me on it. I want a throw pillow with me.
And as always, this segment is brought to you by AnimeGravy.com, your one-stop shop for a lot of cool anime art. They are also, like I said, going to be at MatsuriCon, so you can stop by and see them in person.
And support them.
Yeah, they're great.
These guys are great.
I love the Mothman pin that they make.
All right, so if you guys are ready, I've got some questions. They may or may not be easy.
Let's do it.
All right, these are all from our Discord server, so here we go. Our first question. In what generation did Curse move from a typeless or question mark type move to a ghost type move?
I want to say Gen 3.
Okay, I was going to say 4, but I could be wrong.
Because, here's why I know it's at least not Gen 2. So it could be 4, but I know it's not Gen 2 because I was playing Gold on the Virtual Console. Mm-hmm. And that was not the case.
Okay.
So I think it has to at least be 3.
Wait, what do you think 4, the question is?
When it transitioned from being a question mark type move.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yes, that's what you were saying?
That is what I was saying, yes.
Do you ever? So you're saying it has to be at least beyond Gen 2?
It's not 1 or 2, so it could be 3.
Okay.
Is where I'm at. Why do you want to say 4?
I'm say my heart says 4, but I don't. It's just a hunch that I have. I don't know for sure.
I mean, I'm fine with either. Maybe it is 4. I don't know.
Should we just go with my hunch?
Sure, let's just go with your hunch. Let's go with the hunch.
All right. We're going to say Gen 4.
Gen 4 is incorrect. The answer is Generation 5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was typeless all the way up until that. The only reason I remember this is because it was in the data code for Gen 4. There's actually a question mark type Arceus. Like there's a plate that existed to like turn it into that, like in the code.
Fascinating.
Yeah, interesting, right?
Wow.
The only way to do that now is to like use Burn Up with Arcanine, I think. So, all right. So next question number 2. What bug-type Pokemon gives the greatest EV yield for HP? The answer may surprise you.
Why couldn't it be what Pokemon got 0 votes? I know that one. Oh, jeez. I'm getting flashbacks. I'm getting war flashbacks.
So big, bulky bugs. Like I want, like.
Well, they have. It's not necessarily that they're bulky so much as that HP is their highest stat.
Yeah.
Which is a very weird.
Yeah, we
like distribution.
We've talked about bug HP before, and there's not a lot of bugs with strong, like big HP.
Did you know Vivillon is in the top 5 HP stats for bug type Pokemon?
Yes.
Because I learned that 2 years ago, and I haven't forgotten.
I remember that. That stuck with me forever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why am I always getting the short end of the stick snack? At PuckleCon. I kid. I don't think it's that, though, because it would have a higher special attack stat. That's what's hard. I can't think of something that's highest stat is HP at all.
Maybe it's something with the lowest HP.
But you said that gives the high... okay, whatever. So Shuckle. Let's go with Shuckle.
Okay.
Thank you for that free hint. I appreciate it. I mean, everyone else gets them. I should get them, too.
So is Shuckle your final answer?
I guess.
That is unfortunately incorrect.
Why would you do that, Thatch?
The answer is Shedinja. bug-type Pokemon with the lowest base HP, Shedinja.
So how much
it
HP does Shedinja give?
It gives 2 HP EVs when you kill it.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah, that's the only thing it gives, and it's the only bug-type Pokemon that does
weird.
that.
But
Weird.
who even battles for EVs anymore? It's all
Right?
Pokemon.
Nobody does this anymore.
Right, no one remembers these things
So
anymore at all.
old-fashioned.
I miss Hordes. Hordes were great.
I miss
Bring back Hordes.
I miss traditional EV training. I do. I feel like there's just something there when you did it.
I want you to
just a thing.
combine Gen 6 with Gen 7 for the options.
Yes, please.
Gen 6 and Gen 7 were just one really long generation in my mind. All right. So our next question then is a Pokedex entry. Hopefully you'll get this one. This is provided to you by Uncle Oshawott, as always. Its moon entry reads, it swims along the banks of lakes and catches fish Pokemon. It takes them to the shore and quietly eats them up. Who's that Pokemon?
So it can swim, it can go on the shore, it eats fish.
And it's from Pokemon Moon, so like it's like
Original Moon, yeah.
yeah, so it's like 350 some Pokemon or something. Mm-hmm. Quietly eats fish.
Nom 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 nom.
Nom 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 nom. Nom nom nom.
It has to be quieter than that.
Could you repeat the full entry?
It swims along the banks of lakes and catches fish Pokemon. It takes them to the shore and quietly eats them up.
It's okay. So it's not like a bird Pokemon.
What about like Ursaring? Is Ursaring in Sun and Moon?
You also have the hint. Don't forget the hint.
So, do we want to use our hint now?
We might as well.
Yeah.
This is a water type Pokemon, pure water type Pokemon.
Pure water.
It's also Gen 1.
Okay.
I'll give you
so
that
Gen
for
1
free,
pure water
yeah.
type
Okay.
could be Golduck.
That's not a bad
That'd
answer.
be weird. That'd be weird though if a duck was eating fish.
No.
What? What do you think Dick's done?
I just feel like that's weird. I just don't see it visually.
I mean, they.
Oh, but you know what? Golduck is definitely in Sun and Moon because, oh my gosh, was he like the star of rain teams in VGC
And
first
then
year of Sun and Moon?
The other question is, what other Gen 1 Pokemon are
Mono water that are in Sun and Moon.
and not fish?
Yeah, well, that eat fish. It doesn't say that it's a fish itself.
Yeah, true, but
that's why.
I'd assume that it's
because it gets on the shore
yeah.
to eat the fish.
I think Golduck.
Sea King. Nope. What were you gonna say?
I think Golduck is probably a good answer. I just haven't thought through my Gen 1 mono water
List.
type, so.
Yeah. There aren't. How many mono waters were there in Gen 1? Really?
Not those.
I mean, it was a big type. It was a very large type for the base game. Probably the third most common.
Let's say real quickly, like Seal isn't in Sun and Moon, is it?
I don't think it is.
Okay.
It might be.
I'm gonna need an answer.
Global warming.
Yeah, let's go
I think
with
we should go with Golduck.
I agree.
Golduck is correct.
All right.
Finally on
There
the
you
board.
guys go. You guys got one.
Not a good day. Not a good day.
So, because I do this for everybody, this question also has a redemption point, your next question, because it's a multi-part question. There's like 12 answers to this question.
Oh boy.
All right.
So we want to know here, this is from P. McGee, what 12 Pokemon have of symbols in their official names? By symbols, it's honestly anything that's not a letter.
So
Dashes, numbers, stuff like that. Pokemon that have that in their official names, there are 12 of them.
Huh.
And
Impressive.
so if you name 5, I'll give you a point. 10, you get 2 points, and if you get all 12, you get 3 points.
oh boy. Okay. So I have Ho-Oh, Porygon 2. Doesn't Porygon Z have a dash in it?
It does.
Okay, so that's 3 of them. There are other ones that have Jangmo-O, Como-O, other one.
Hakamo doesn't though, right? Or does it?
I mean, we could say it and see if it counts.
You're at 6. Yes, it counts.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right, good. What else has stuff?
A symbol.
Unknowns don't have symbols; they're all just unknown. I feel like there's another Gen 1 Pokemon that might, but I could be wrong about that.
There's a few Gen 1 Pokemon.
few Gen 1
missed
Pokemon. Okay.
that you've missed. I'm looking at 4 of them that you've missed from Gen 1 alone.
Okay. Thank you for that hint.
with non-letter characters, essentially, in their name.
Yeah, no, okay.
Yeah.
In their official names. I can think of 2 of them, like, right away, but I also have the list in front of me.
True.
But
That helps. That helps.
these Pokemon, 2 of them may have been one Pokemon had they been introduced later in Pokemon.
yeah.
Ah, Nidoran and Nidoran.
All right, yep.
Okay, there we go. So that gives you 8.
All right. That does give us 8. Let's see, are there, I should have thought about that. Anyway,
This is a hard. Yeah, nothing's coming to mind for some reason.
well, when you're looking for 12 Pokemon out of 808.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 more are Gen 1. One's Gen 4 and one's Gen 7.
One's in Gen 7.
The 2 in Gen 1 that you're missing are regionals in Pokemon Go.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Mime with the dot, and that also gives us Mime Jr.
That's 10. So there's 2 points.
There you go, Mr. Mime.
Heracross, Corsola.
Mime Junior.
What's the other?
Okay, so we're missing a Gen 1 and a Gen 7, basically.
Yep.
It's not, so it's not Tauros, it's not Kangaskhan, it's not Mr. Mime, it's not Heracross.
Okay, so it's going to be another regional, he said. So
Yeah, and I'm blanking.
I'm trying to think of all the regional Pokemon from Gen 1.
Yeah.
Oh, Farfetch'd has an exclamation mark. Or not an apostrophe. Farfetch'd.
Yep, you're right. And then we just need to figure out the Gen 7 one.
This
We
one,
did
This one
good,
played a
yeah.
prominent role in the story of Sun and Moon.
Oh.
A certain character had one.
So Lil. Okay, what are those things called? Okay, so you have.
Seth Vilo would be mad.
I'm sure he would. I'm sorry, Seth. You should have come to PuckleCon. I missed you.
We all missed you.
Seth Vilo knows this
Stupid
Pokemon.
wedding.
He would know this Pokemon.
It's not a
Okay,
Alolan
so
Executor.
it's not Alolan Executor, right? No.
No.
That's his favorite.
There's another favorite of his. This one has a relationship with.
Sableye is his other favorite.
He has another favorite.
How many favorites does he have? It's not Impidimp.
Like not Seth. Lydian and Shamu got him a hat with a Pokemon related to this on it.
Really?
Taco
Type
Con.
null. Type null.
There
Type
we go.
null.
Type null. Very
There we
good.
go.
Thank you for the hints.
That is all 12. There you guys go. 3 points. How exciting. All right. So you guys have a total of 4 points. We go for 5 here at this last question, which is a base stat
jeez.
question as always. There was a mean version of this question, and you could tell me if you want to answer it. If you could give me this answer. If not, I'll change the question. I'll be that nice because I think this was a little harsh. But they asked, what's the base stat total of all of the evolutions? If you don't know that off the top of your head.
Oh, I do know it. It's 530.
So, of all
I think
people-
it's 530. It might be 535. Okay, so let's break it down. You have a stat that's 130, a stat that's 110, or it might be 115. That's why I'm like, I don't know for sure. There's a 95, I believe, a 60, a 65, and there's another stat number. I forget what it is.
I'll tell you one of the answers you said was correct. I won't tell you which one.
So it's either 530 or 530.
It's either 530 or 535.
No, is this the easy version of the
jeez.
question, or is this the hard version of the question?
This is the hard version.
This is the hard version.
But like you're almost there, so like good for you.
So it's your call, Sublime, whether you want to call it 535 or 530.
I'm 50-50. I don't know why.
If I were to throw out a guess, I'd say 530. Just 'cause, like the rounder number seems nicer, but I have nothing to really base that off of.
I have nothing to base it off of either, but let's do 530, I guess. Yeah, let's do 530.
All right.
It's a nicer sounding number.
5,
Can we try and answer the easier question afterwards just for fun?
maybe off air. 530 is unfortunately incorrect, but you know what? I'll give it to you because like that's margin of error. Like you got pretty close. The answer is actually neither of those. The guy wrote it down wrong in the chat. The answer is actually 525. Because
I don't think that's true. I actually think it's 530. Can we look it up?
I'm literally looking at it right now. I'm staring at Leafeon.
Okay, let me pull it up. I could swear it was 530.
A 130, a 110. So that gives you 240 plus
let me pull
plus
up my
a 60.
thing with stats.
So that's 300 plus 2 65s. That gives you 430 plus 95, which gives you 525. So
yeah, it is 525.
It's 525. But yeah, I'll give it to you anyway.
Margin of error of 5.
Yeah. You guys, I mean, you got it pretty close. So
because I knew it's extremely similar to like your starters.
yeah, there you go. Perfect. That's all I care about. It's good enough.
Well, thank you.
So that gives you guys 5 points today. And let me update the trivia sheet that I totally have open right now, because I totally didn't forget to do that yet. This actually moves things around pretty significantly because that's 5 points.
It shouldn't have been.
No,
It's fine. This is
I am embarrassed by my performance.
welcome to Puckle Trivia.
Jeez.
Okay, so right now in first place with 18 points, we have Sublime. In second place, we have Linian with 15. In third, R Sigma with 13. In fourth, Dr. Shamu with 10. In fifth, Snag with 9. Woo. Tied for sixth, we have Seth Vilo and Whimsicott with 7. In eighth, we have Basket with 4, and Scrawn and Jushiro are bringing up the rear with 3. So, I mean, everybody's pretty close, though. Like, this is actually, like, really close. It's been really close as of lately. So, good for you guys.
So the one you remember when I was competing with Scrawn to win?
Yes.
Right? That was a fun time. And
well, like, so now it comes down to, like, 3 people. Like, it comes down to, like, 3-4 people are all within range sometimes. It's great.
Here's the thing. So I won. I just wanted to win to have the title under my belt.
Yeah.
So I remember one time he was asking me, what did you buy with it? And I was like, nothing. I didn't want the prize. He got so mad. So mad. And honestly, if I won again, I'd be like, donate it to someone else. Donate the money.
All right. And that is going to be it for this episode of Puckle's Poke Quiz. Tune in next week for another exciting segment. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back at you with the topic. All right, we have one brand new iTunes review. If you would like to be on this segment of the show, all you have to do is go over to iTunes, review us over there. We get little notifications and we like reading them, and it helps the show out. So if you haven't already, go over to iTunes, drop us a review. We really appreciate it. We hope to hear from you. So let's go ahead and grab this review. This is from J1T2B3. Have been playing and interested in Pokemon since I was a kid. Absolutely love the podcast. Makes Mondays at work great. Y'all do an amazing job. Well, thanks, guy with a really hard to pronounce name. We really appreciate you taking the time to listen. So again, go review us on iTunes. It really helps us out and makes the show bigger and makes me happier and everybody else involved happier. So go check that out, and I'm going to kick you back over to the topic. And welcome to the topic. Our topic today is going to be the recent Pokemon Masters announcement. They had like an entire short video. First of all, they had a really cool trailer. We'll get to that in a minute. And just talk. It's not even new. That's the thing that blows my mind. I remember that that trailer coming out, and like Reddit lost their minds. They're like, "This is a really cool trailer." Blah blah blah. Wouldn't that be really cool? And then all I remember, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, I remember Gen 5. I remember when they did this exact same thing.
I loved the Gen 5 trailer.
I remember the Black White 2 trailer.
Black 2 White 2. Oh my god, it was so good.
I'm like, it was exactly the same thing and probably more hype than this because they had way more voice acting in that one. And because like the entire time I'm just like, that was the one that I wanted. Like, if you give me a full anime, a Black 2 White 2, I'm in.
We would eat it up. Well, they kind of did in X and Y. I really think X and Y is like peak anime. XYZ.
I don't think it's as good as we could have gotten. But that's a discussion.
It's as good as we have
day.
gotten. It's as good as we have gotten.
I do agree with that. Man, I really wish we could get like something proper, like an adult version of the anime. Like not even an adult, like a teenage version of the anime. Right? Like
turn the manga into an anime.
Right?
Yeah.
How has that not happened yet?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe let's cross our fingers. Maybe the 25th anniversary. They're breaking all the rules anyway, right?
I mean, anything's possible, really.
Anything's possible anymore. They broke all the rules and they don't exist anymore. Let me tell you. I would be very happy to see something like that happen, though. But okay, back to Pokemon Masters. This new mobile game that's coming out apparently by the end of the summer, which is really weird. It's very quick. So. Just like a quick logistical viewpoint, like looking at this from a very just like business-esque standpoint. The last time that Pokemon made a big hubbubaloo about any of its mobile games like this was Pokemon Go.
That's still with us.
And that's still with us. They didn't make a big deal about like Magikarp Jump or Pokemon Duel.
What's the one with the oh, yeah, that is Duel.
Yeah, so they haven't made a big deal about anything like that. Or like the Pokemon Rumble game they just randomly dropped.
Yeah.
And they haven't made a big deal about any of those, but they made a big deal about Masters. And so I think that's just interesting from like a business standpoint, which means I think
this will be like part of the series going forward because it's very easy to make a lot of money continuously off of this type of game.
Yes. Yeah.
If it is the gacha mechanic that you are assuming it is.
There is.
I'm assuming.
There's no way there's not. 65 characters? No, it's a gacha.
They definitely have 65 characters. I'm sure like you'll get like your random roll of one at release, and like then after that, the thing I'm most scared of is it turns into Fire Emblem Heroes, where there's like 5 levels of each character, and like.
Well, think about it. You have to level up Pokemon, so
I'm okay with leveling up my characters. I'm not okay with having to continually pay money to turn the
You don't
knob.
have to pay money to turn up your characters. You just use resources that you can get for free.
Yeah, that
I actually have a lot of knowledge about this type of thing because I play Fire Emblem Heroes
that's true.
on the daily.
That's true. And I don't know. I just don't want to have like 5 different levels of like my characters that like I have to roll for.
Yeah.
That's my main concern. Like if that's a thing, this is an instant turnoff for me. Probably not for a lot of other people.
I don't think it'll be like that.
But if it's not like that, I might be into it because like I'll play.
There's definitely going to be like randomness and ways that they are going to want to entice you to spend money.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm sure next summer they'll come out with like a bathing suit edition of like Erica and Misty and
it's
Cynthia.
It's going to be like the Kanto ladies of summer.
Yep. I'm just waiting.
And then the next year it'll be the Johto Ladies of Summer. Yeah. Like, it's an inevitability. And then you can get the Christmas of Summer. Or like, what did I just say? Exactly.
The Christmas
you just don't know
summer.
The Christmas of Summer. Exactly. It came out wrong, but I'm like, actually, that's the point.
That's what it sounds
that's
like.
The point.
That's what it sounds like. It's fine.
That's exactly the point.
It's the Christmas of Summer. I'm waiting for that.
Right.
Man, that would be...
It could be characters travel to Alola. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to see how soon before we have alternate versions of the same characters.
Probably not that long. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. It'll probably be pretty quick. It'll be before they put all the characters in. I'll say that much. I mean, it looks really interesting. There's a lot of things that they broke down in that video that I think everything they announced in that video was something that we already kind of knew.
The one thing that I did see in the video that I thought was interesting and new is that, so in one of the cuts, they have, one of the teams going against Erica and a few other people.
Yeah.
And Erica hands out an unbeseen, that's not a word, Snake, come on. A before unseen badge. And so I wonder if, like, there are badges custom to this game, or maybe, like, you can make your own badges with some preset, like, stock things, maybe? I don't know.
I imagine there's just a story mode where you get badges.
Yeah, that's how I imagine it. And that's probably how you collect some characters. Like, because it looks like after they beat
you're
them...
gonna get... This game will be possible to be played for free, but you will not get everything for free.
You won't get everything, and it'll probably be frustratingly slow.
Yeah. Substantially slower, if nothing else.
Yes.
Yeah.
You might be able to like go at the same pace as people who are paying, but it's going to be harder, and you're going to be working on fewer resources.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's possible. It's possible, but it's not the same experience.
So, like, a few things that I note that I liked and didn't like. The first thing I didn't like was, so every Pokemon's got, like, their own, like, sync move or whatever they called it. I forget what they called it. But every Pokemon's got... It's essentially a Z move, but it's special to each Pokemon.
See, this is how we can have Z moves after Gen 8.
Well, what's even worse is they have them, and they, like, literally just took the exact font for the move names when they appear from... from Sun and Moon, because it's all still in like that rainbow text font, and I'm just like, oh come on, that was like an Alola thing because like rainbows and Hawaii go hand in hand.
I wouldn't be surprised if Mega Evolution is introduced in this either.
Oh, I think Mega Evolution will be
for like super powerful. Yeah, so
I think Mega Evolution.
All of our favorite mechanics are now in Pokemon Master.
I just don't know what to think of like the Pokemon Company's plan at this point. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I hope that Mega Evolution comes back to the main series. Maybe it will. I mean, it would be a really interesting way to like bring it back. I understand why it's gone. Dynamaxing kind of covers it, and it kind of feels fluffed. I think Dynamaxing isn't very good, but
it's not. I don't either.
I think it's really cool mechanically. I think it's really bad aesthetically.
It is.
It's just really bad aesthetically.
I agree with all of those statements.
I think if they could have somehow found a way to like retcon Mega Evolution to turn into that would have been way cooler. Like. Would have been like way cooler. Give me the 3-turn Mega Evolution with like Z moves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You could be like, Mega Evolution acts differently in Galar. Okay, but back to Pokemon Masters.
Back to this. Okay, so there's lots of characters. You make a team of 3 characters, and you do 3-on-3 battles. It's very Gen 5 in that way. You're just taking all the mechanics from other generations and putting them in this.
Yeah, guys, remember triple battles? Remember how they liked that so much that they, had kept it in every iteration moving forward?
Okay, to be fair, they got rid of them because they put trainers in the background in Sun and Moon. And so that acted
took up a lot of the process.
Well, that acted as like the third Pokemon on the field. That's why if you watch double battles in X and Y versus double battles in Sun and Moon, they are much slower in Sun and Moon because the trainer's also in the background. So they're effectively rendering a triple battle. And I could not imagine like the frame rates if you watch a triple battle in X and Y. If you watch one of those triple battles with 6 Moltres on the field, that lags to like 7 frames per second. And it gets very obvious. I can only imagine what would happen if you had that plus the trainers.
Yeah.
Like, it would just grind the game to a halt. It would be absurd.
Also, I mean, the fact, 3 Moltres is people trying to push the limits. I mean, in a regular one, I don't think it'll be quite that bad, but I understand what you're saying, yeah.
I mean, I can imagine with the trainers in the background.
It was a decision for that reason.
I would imagine you would still just get, like, the Moltres quality with 4 people per team being modeled. Right? I think that's the problem. Or, you know what you could have done? Just, like, not have them modeled for those. That's fine. Whatever. But you know what? I don't work for TPCI. I'm just over here just spouting out my good ideas. You can have them for free. Okay, Jerry? I'm sure
also,
Jerry from Game Freak is listening.
Yeah. Something that's new in this, though, is the trainers have moves.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. I don't know. I'm more optimistic about this than I should be. Maybe I need to stop being optimistic.
It looks like
about Pokemon.
fun. I'm going to play it. I'm not going to spend money on it, and I accept that it's going to be a different game if I don't. But I am going to play this game.
I just can't afford to spend money on things like this anyway.
Then don't.
No.
Then don't.
Like,
but I still think it's like it looks fun.
It does look fun. I do agree with that. I think Pokemon. I think it'll be an interesting game. It looks really cool. They are called sync moves. I was not wrong. But yeah, they're going to be dropping 65 people. They actually announced all of the people they're going to be dropping. Wow.
Oh,
at the launch, right?
At launch, yeah.
There will be more constantly.
The only thing I'm upset with is like if the main character in the game gets stuck with Pikachu, I will be.
They do.
That's upsetting.
They do. They start with Pikachu. I'm very curious to see if you can swap out any other Pokemon you've acquired from other trainers for your main character or not.
I don't know. Wouldn't it be cool if there was like
that's a mechanic that is worth like wondering about.
A mechanic that would be really cool is if there's like a little button for you to option to like get like a daily wild encounter or something like that, and you could do that, and it's just like you have the option to catch it if you have like Pokeballs. But Pokeballs are rare.
Yeah.
And you could like catch a new partner Pokemon to sync with. I don't know. It is kind of reminiscent of what am I thinking of? Conquest.
Yeah.
Conquest had like the sync pair thing going on too, which is really, really interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too a little bit, and where you had to start an Eevee in that game, and you could evolve it if I remember correctly.
You absolutely could, because I was playing Conquest literally last night with my Vaporeon.
You can do a lot of that with Conquest. Like it's
Conquest is so good.
Conquest is a good game. So I do have a question for you, Sublime. You might know this for Conquest. This has nothing to do with Masters. I'm sorry, we've gone off the rails. But so is there a way? Because I know it's possible for like the Gen 5 and Gen 4 games to like go online and still receive mystery gifts because somebody's running a server who's a very nice human being.
You can put in some codes.
Can you put in codes? Because like
you can put in some codes for some stuff. I think some of it is dead unless someone's running. I don't know anyone.
Okay,
I've never looked into that. I know there's some stuff that should technically be dead.
Because I know like Snivy and Oshawott were like locked behind.
Yeah. Well, no, I've gotten a Snivy from a code, right?
Oh, it comes from code.
Of course I had to get a Snivy,
Thank God.
right? But there are some of the characters that can reach 100% sync with those Pokemon are locked behind time.
I wonder if
you can still catch them.
I wonder if you can hack it in with like an action replay or something. Because like that,
I have a Snivy, so that's
the only thing that makes me prevent myself from like restarting Conquest is like I'm gonna get that locked behind time. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be screwed because Conquest is a fun game.
It's an extremely fun game.
Maybe I should stream that one day. I gotta finish this Black Nuzlocke first. You're
doing good. You're doing good. Keep it up.
Dude, this Black Nuzlocke is a lot of fun. Like, part of me wants to stream after this recording again, just to keep it going. We'll see how that goes.
All right, so I have a question. I want to know, what would your guys' dream team of 3 trainers be?
Okay, so like I'm looking at this list, and I just realized Crasher Wake's on it, and I kind of want Crasher Wake. Like Crasher Wake, we're gonna throw that down as 1. We're gonna throw down, man, Crasher Wake with Wolfric. Wolfric is in this. Wolfric, Crasher Wake. They've announced. I don't know if they've announced any Gen 5. Oh, there's Professor Kukui. Never mind, and Sophocles. Wolfric,
And
Crasher Wake, and let's see. I don't know. There's like a lot of teams I would want to make. There's a lot of combinations, a lot of characters I would love to see together.
Yeah.
And this is just a great way to get that done. I don't know who would go with that. Let's do Sophocles because it's like their son. And that would be cool. Also, you have to do like full on waifu though. Like you have to.
It's gonna have a lot of. Give it a minute, and you'll get that.
Because Skyla's there. Skyla has to be there with Whitney, and let's see who else can fit with Skyla and Whitney.
Flannery's there,
and Flannery. There we go. Done. All 3 of them.
Bam.
Like dream team. Let's do it. Let's go.
What about you, Snag? What would be your dream team?
I'm looking through the list right now, and like for me, like I want to go with probably like the best champion, Cynthia.
Yeah.
Which would be, probably be a ridiculously bad drop, but
well, wait until the summer version comes out.
Summer Cynthia, yeah, at her beach house.
Yeah. Oh, she does have a beach house. That's true.
She does, yeah, in Unova.
Best region.
We can discuss this off air.
That's how much fun are you having in your Black Nuzlocke again?
A lot of fun actually.
Oh, okay. Just
Why?
checking.
Why would I not
just
be having
because
fun?
it's in Gen 5. I'm just saying,
Gen 5. So again, Gen 5 like,
has aged like a fine wine.
it's a fine wine. Let me. I say that probably like 5-6 times on stream every time. Like it's a fine wine. There's so much going on here that I appreciate that I should have appreciated back then. But what about you, Sublime? What about you?
Okay, so obviously I have to have Snivy, which is on the Black 2 female main character, whose name is Rosa, apparently.
Yeah,
whatever.
Unfortunately.
Whatever, just give me my Snivy. That's the most important thing.
Okay, who else?
And then, I think Nanu, because I love Alolan Persian. And then Misty, because I love Starmie. I think that'd be fun.
Wow, that's boring.
How's that boring?
That's boring. You're just picking your favorites. You're not trying to make theme teams. Okay, you got to make theme teams.
So theme team. Okay, here's a theme team. I want
Misty, Skyla.
Rosa Still. No. I want Rosa Still for my superior. Then we're gonna take. I don't think Wallace is on this list, but I would want Wallace with Milotic.
Wow.
I would want Wallace with Milotic.
You have to save
And
him.
then let's say Brock with Onyx or Steelix, so I can have Team Snake.
Okay. If Wallace was on this list,
Team Slytherin. Yeah.
For me, it would be Wallace, Kukui, Sycamore. I feel like that would be an amazing trio.
You could do a team of best rivals with Wally, Blue, and Silver.
Hugh's also in there.
Yeah,
he was a decent rival, minus like the obsession with Purloin.
I mean, he was interesting because he had like character development.
Yes,
at least. So that's something.
Yes. I mean, yeah, there's so many cool characters here, though. Like, Wallace, they have to leave Wallace out because they have to add in new characters. They have to have, like, good characters left.
Yeah. There's also, what I'm very fascinated about is them releasing original characters to play as.
Yes.
I feel like that's
they've revealed
necessary.
villains. They revealed a villain team.
Yeah.
Right? So that already is a thing. It's inevitable that those will be playable characters at some point.
Oh, yeah.
It's inevitable that you could play as the villains in this type of game, which is always fun, I think. Right, like you can play as Lucamine.
So something that's interesting, it's missing on this list, but in the cinematic, or animatic, I should say, they showed a character that I'm pretty sure is Jay.
Hunter J, yeah.
Yeah, Hunter J from the Diamond Pearl anime series.
Yeah.
And she's not on this list, which I find interesting.
Well, she might be part of that
the
team.
villain.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as you're talking about like evil teams, they have Giovanni on this list. They have
but I think they might turn her into the villain of this game.
Maybe.
Yeah, so she was never in a game, so they're just like, hey, we could reuse this as a villain for this game.
True.
Yeah.
That's what I think is happening. Because they give her a very featured spot. Like a very featured spot in that trailer.
Yes.
It wasn't just like, oh, hey, here's a champion, or here's a character. It was a, hey, here's Hunter J.
Yeah.
Like full screen, all Hunter J all the
So
time.
if she's not on the list and she was in the in the animatic,
Yep.
I think she's going to be the villain of this game.
I agree with that.
Or on the team for the villain. of this game.
I absolutely agree with that. I don't know. It looks like an okay game, though. I mean,
Team Professors could be fun.
I feel like it's really weird that like we find out about it and it's getting pushed out so fast. I'm really confused by this.
One thing I am worried about, though, with this type of a game is the development of you needing certain characters that are just considered the best.
Yeah.
And that takes away a lot of the fun of making like your team combinations.
I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm just hoping.
If the Pokemon have types and you're fighting types, like automatically there's like a meta, right?
Yeah, but I'm kind of hoping that doesn't matter.
Right, and so all of a sudden your favorite bug gym leader that's your favorite character is a bug type.
Poor Bugsy.
And then
Poor Bugsy.
Yeah.
At least Bugsy probably gets Scyther, which is really cool.
Yeah. Here's another deep cut, by the way. Right above the professors, there's Palmer, who was basically
the pyramid, battle pyramid.
Yeah,
right?
battle pyramid. Basically, for those of you who played the Emerald Battle Frontier, he's basically the best trainer at the Battle Frontier. Basically,
He also appears in the Gen 4 anime. Is a very significant character.
Yep.
Doesn't he own the Reggies, like all of them?
Yeah, he owns them because there's actually like in the Gen 4.
He's in Gen 3 and Gen 4.
Yeah,
because remember when Ash went back to Kanto? That was a time.
That was a series.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Battle Frontier was so cool. I just want to play it with modern mechanics. That's all I want.
Right?
I just want to play with it after the physical special split. That's all I want.
Well,
That's
not
all
only
I
that,
want.
like, I didn't get into breeding in Gen 3. I feel like it was a lot harder than it was in Gen 6. I would have
It was near impossible.
I would have loved to have tackled the Battle Frontier with at least the Gen 6 or Gen 7 breeding mechanics, but...
Right? That's all I wanted. Pokemon.
Oh, well.
Come on, guys. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. You made Let's Go. Come on, guys. You have no excuse. No excuse.
I want to build a team with Lucamine. I feel like that could be fun.
That could be fun. Maybe she gets Nihilego. Well, no, she probably gets Clefable. She probably gets Clefable. Let's all like not lie to ourselves. It's gonna
Probably
be Clefable.
Clefable. Although a year from now they'll have like a special evil Lucamine with Nihilego.
Maybe. Oh my gosh! What if it's like Monster Lucamine? That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean it's inevitable at some point if this game is successful.
Two comments here really quickly that I'm noticing here. Tate and Liza are one character.
Yeah, they should be.
Love. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I mean...
they can release them individually later if they want.
Sure.
Yeah.
So.
And then I'm feeling bad about this. I don't know who Thornton is.
Thornton, I think that's man.
He has a bronze on?
Let me
Do some
double check.
Googling.
Thornton.
Oh, he's a factory head.
Thornton is a random factory. Okay, I forgot that there was a Frontier and not Gen 3. That's
Platinum.
the problem. That's the problem. Everybody forgot about the Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Platinum Battle Frontier. That we all forgot that existed.
Yes.
And that's okay.
Eh.
We're not the only ones. He was in Pokemon Adventures, and he had a lady in. Good for him.
There you go. Yeah.
Who would have thought? But yeah, he's not the same as the other Battle Factory, which makes me sad. Which makes me sad. Oh well. But yeah, I think that's a good place for us to wrap it up.
Yeah, it should be a fun little mobile game, and we'll see how long it lasts.
I think it's gonna last. I think it's here to stay if it's successful. This could be the next
That's the
Pokemon
question,
Go
like-
in terms of like the side game that continues forward.
I don't think it has the universal appeal as Pokemon Go.
No, but if there is a fan base that continuously spends money in it, they will continue to update it.
Yes, that's true. I think it's going to be like Fire Emblem Heroes. I think you're going to see a side.
And guess what? It's been 3 years. Fire Emblem Heroes is going stronger than ever.
Yep, I think it's just going to be like Fire Emblem Heroes.
So I think this is the next side game that like will carry forward.
Yep. Other than that, I think that's it. We will take a short break and we'll be right back at you with the Pokemon of the episode. Hey everyone. If you want to help support the show, a great way to do so is by going to the Puckle Tea public store and buying one of the many designs. PuckleCon's coming up, so make sure you grab your PuckleCon t-shirt. If not, you could get some love at this with the Team Snore shirt so you can get ready for Pokemon Sleep by wearing this awesome Snorlax design. It's actually really cute. That would be really good on a pillow, actually, now that I think about it. There's also Slowbro Surfing Company, which I think is also an amazing design. You can just go there, buy anything. I think the Prepare for Trouble tournament logo is fantastic as well. So if you could just go over there, support the show, grab yourself a t-shirt, a tapestry, a tote bag. Tote bags are weird, but something that you get logos on. Unfortunately, we don't have the phone cases because it doesn't look good. But you can do that. Tote, pillow, tapestry, notebook, so you can take your notes on it for school, for those summer classes you're taking, or wear a tank top so that you can, be cool in the summertime. But yeah, there you guys go. Go check out the Puckle Tea Public Store. Help us out. All the money goes to helping the podcast and just getting us to do cool stuff. So, without further ado, we are going to switch things over to the Pokemon of the episode.
The episode.
And welcome back to the Pokemon of the episode. Our Pokemon of the episode this week is National Dex number 508, Stoutland, the big-hearted Pokemon.
The Black 2 and White 2 Pokedex entries read, being wrapped in its long fur is so comfortable that a person would be fine even overnight on a wintry mountain.
I'm just so hurt that it's the big-hearted Pokemon.
I just love that it's the big-hearted Pokemon.
We lost a friend today.
Yeah, so the reason we chose Stoutland is because of Thatch's Nuzlocke at the moment.
I hope people are actually enjoying this Nuzlocke. Like, I'm putting it, we do put them on YouTube if you missed them on stream. We didn't have like a huge showing for like the last one, but I want to make it clear that we're doing these Nuzlocks on Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Be there, be square. There will probably be extra additional Nuzlocks that I just like throw in there when I want to play. But if you really like, Thursday night's the night that we're going to be there. I'm going to hopefully try to have everything that happened before Thursday night up on YouTube before Thursday night, because we're getting to like dead tournament season, so we won't have too many more tournaments to post. So it'll probably just be Nuzlocks for a little while on YouTube. Also, go to YouTube and subscribe. We're only like 140 subscribers away from getting remonetized, so do that. But I digress. Let's get back to Stoutland. We put a team together. For those of you at home who don't know, Stoutland gets Sand Rush,
which is it's such a cool Pokemon.
It's amazing. I can't believe it. We found out it was in PU, and we're just like, why?
It does not deserve to be in PU. I'm upset.
So Stoutland gets...
Call your representative.
We're running Choice Band Stoutland with Sand Rush. It's 252 attack, 4 special defense, 252 speed, adamant nature, return for stab, superpower because it gets it, iron head for coverage on fairy types and rock types, and then crunch for those psychic and ghost types.
Doesn't it learn all the Fang moves too if you wanted to change your coverage?
It does. Those are like 60 base power.
Are they bad? Yes. But do they give you coverage?
They do.
Also, yes.
Yeah. I don't know what you're going to hit harder with that than you are with return. I'll be completely honest.
You could hit like a Zygarde 10% with Ice Fang, or Flygon with Ice
That's
Fang,
it.
I guess.
I can only see that.
I'm just saying it's a very versatile mon that you can change to have what coverage you want.
And I'm not sure how needed this is in RU, but it also gets Play Rough.
That's true.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
So
not super useful because like they're not dealing with too many dragons.
Yes.
There aren't. All the good dragons are higher.
Yeah.
But then also like so the main format that I do is draft. So in draft it's like a very nice, strong fairy type to have on it.
Mm-hmm.
This is really good in draft because all of its abilities are good too, but that's like a whole other story.
So obviously if you're going to be running a Sands team and you got Sand Rush Stoutland, you want to pair that with a Gigalith.
You need the sand.
A Gigalith in RU because Gigalith gets Sandstream. The one cool thing Gen 7 did was it gave at least one new Pokemon weather setting ability.
It gave every type of weather a new setter.
And they were like not bad setters either. Like we got Pelipper with Drizzle, Torkoal with Drought. We got
Alolan Ninetales with...
Well, it wasn't Alolan Ninetales actually that got it.
Wasn't it?
It wasn't. The Vanilla Land was the one that got it.
Ah, you're right. I forget that was retconned.
They just kind of gave it to Ninetales to begin with. I feel like that was coincidental.
I just think of it as the go-to because Aurora
It is.
Veil.
I mean, it obviously is. It obviously
Completely.
overshadowed Vanillish, which is upsetting. But Gigalith, Smooth Rock, because you want that to last as long as you can. 248 HP, 252 special defense, 8 speed, careful nature, and you just wanted to stick around. You wanted to go in, set up that sand, get out. Stealth Rock, Toxic, Superpower, Stone Edge, pretty standard Gigalith set. It's just fantastic. Oh, man. And so you could even capitalize on this more because we didn't talk about who's going to have more Pokemon, so I'm just going to keep going.
Well, I'll talk about the next one. Oh, so since we're running a sand team, it'd be good if we had more Pokemon that took advantage of that. That's why we built the team for Stoutland. So why don't we add the other Sand Rush Pokemon that's not OU? Because Excadrill is too good for RU. Sand Slash. It's the budget Excadrill.
It is.
It is. It even gets Rapid Spin if you want to be extra budget. Not that we're running that here, because we're running a sweeper set. Sand Slash with your Groundium Z, just so you have that Z attacker with Sand Rush is necessary. 252 attack, 252 speed. We'll throw the 4 in defense. Jolly Nature for maximum speed, because this is a slow boy before you get the boost.
That's true.
So you actually do need as much speed as possible, probably. We're going to run Swords Dance because we're budget Excadrill. We're going to run Earthquake because we're budget Excadrill.
But Groundium Z.
Yeah, that's true. And then Stone Edge and Knockoff for coverage and utility. The other Pokemon I really want to talk about that we thought would be just really fun to add to a Sand team is Roserade, which is also in RU, because it gets Weather Ball.
Yeah.
Which is such a fun attack, right? And in the Sandstorm, it'll become a 100 base power rock type move, which is actually not that bad on Roserade because it gives it coverage on a lot of things that would want to switch in on it. It gives it coverage on flying, ice, and fire.
It's great.
Yeah, so that's cool, right? And then we can use that to set spikes, too. It's a great offensive spiker. We're running it with the Life Orb because it's got a huge special attack stat. Natural Cure because we're not using anything that can utilize Technician. So go Natural Cure.
Yeah.
252 special attack, 252 speed, 4 special defense, timid nature to outspeed as much as possible. You're running your spikes. You're running your stab moves with your Leaf Storm and your Sledge Bomb, and you're running Weather Ball. That's just fun to use. How often do you get to use Weather Ball? Really, though.
Oh, that's a fantastic one.
I like that. That's good.
And then Set, you can take us home if you want. These two are just kind of there, but...
Yeah, I'll run through these. To round out the team, we have a couple of psychic Pokemon. We're running Slowbro, holding an eject button. And
it's so much fun.
The ability is Regenerator, of course. So now my mechanics on this are bad. I'm going to show how little I actually know. Eject button takes your Pokemon out, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good, yeah. So, with that, you get to take advantage of the Regenerator with that. EVs, we have 248 in HP, 232 in Special Defense. Sorry, Defense, yep. And then 28 in Speed with a Bold Nature.
It also gets you into a Sand Rusher as well, the eject button.
Yes.
You just get popped out with Slowbro and you get a Sand Rusher in.
And then you'll be running Scald on this, as well as Slack Off to help do more of that HP recovery. Fire Blast, as well as Recycle. And then the last Pokemon on here is a Steel type, Psychic Steel type. We got Metagross with a Choice Band to hit as hard as we can. Ability is Clear Body. EVs are going to be 252 in attack, 4 in defense, and 252 in speed. Adamant Nature, again, to make sure we're hitting as hard as we can. And then we have Meteor Mash, Earthquake, Thunder Punch, and Bullet Punch.
Yeah. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Metagross is like so great to use when you can use it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. It covers like some ice types and some grass type worries you have.
The steel type. Everybody loves the steel type.
Exactly. So that's that's it for the team. If you want a shiny Stoutland this week, though, go become a patron over at patreon.com/PucklePodcast. We haven't been doing it the past couple of weeks because PuckleCon. So we apologize. We're going to be back on the wagon this week, though. So go get that Stoutland. I think that's it for this Pokemon of the episode. We are going to take a quick change in tone, and we're going to head on over to the mailbag.
It's mail time! It's time for the mailbag! Send in your emails!
And welcome to the mailbag. The mailbag, as always, is brought to you by Green Tauros, the energy drink that gives you hooves.
Hooves!
Oh, that was probably the most synchronized one I've heard in a while.
Yeah, in a long while.
I jumped the gun a little bit.
Bringing it back.
Google Hangouts could not handle that when that happened. It was just like, what is this that I've heard? But regardless, welcome to the mailbag segment where we read emails that you guys send into pucklepodcast@gmail.com. We did a very long one earlier this week. If you haven't gone back and listened to 394, I suggest you do. It was a good one on the National Dex controversy.
It's fun to record and fun to listen to.
We have a few people who did not make it into that segment that we want to get to. But if you want to email us next week at pucklepodcast@gmail.com, letting us know what you think about Pokemon Masters, send that in to our email. We really want to know how you feel about that game, and we would like to talk about that a little bit more. What trainer combination are you most excited for? So let's go ahead and break down this email, though. Our first one is going to be from Eve.
All right. Hey, lovelies. What a nice greeting. So I feel like I should explain a bit of my gaming life outside Pokemon because I think it might explain some of what I feel like Pokemon should consider doing. I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan, and waiting is kind of our brand at this point. That's just funny. Oh, that was good.
But it's true.
Yeah, it is. It's funny because it's true. I honestly think my ideal for solving the problem of the ever-expanding Pokemon roster is, exactly like you said, to wait longer between releases. Honestly, I would be perfectly fine with 3-year gaps between games. And to keep the game fresh longer by doing exactly what you guys were suggesting and periodically updating the game with new Pokemon. Maybe via raids, maybe via some other kind of event, like a code tacked onto a movie ticket or something.
That'd be cool.
Or maybe if they wanted to really get wild and crazy, they could add in actual post-game material along with the Pokemon. Oh god. Unlocking new islands with new Pokemon species in their own little adventure or fetch quest or whatever every few months perchance. The other solution I like the sound of is to make Pokemon Home extremely interactive. If you can play with and battle with pokes in there, I would still feel like I was able to hang out with my faves.
I feel like that's the solution.
If they did that, everyone would be happy.
I think that's the solution.
Will they? I doubt
It probably is. I think you're hoping a little bit too much.
I don't think they will. I really don't think they will. But
I don't think so
if
either.
they did, everyone would be happy. I'm just saying.
I would argue 95% of the people upset would be happy. There'd still be 5% that are just
True.
like, not good enough.
Not a real game.
You would solve the problem though. They could also actually consider introducing fewer species with releases. I mean, it sounds disappointing, but the thing is, I feel like I could probably live without any more Pidgey or Rattata analogs.
You're not
I actually
wrong.
think we might be good there. I completely agree. You know what? The Pidgey ones are sometimes cute. That gave us Talonflame.
We did get Talonflame. Talonflame and Staraptor.
And some of the bug ones have been good over time too.
But you also got Unpheasant.
Which is beautiful. it wins for the beauty points.
Yeah, let's not say Unpheasant was peak
Anyway.
Pokemon.
I could live with cutting out the Rattatas. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Back to this. I feel like sticking more to Pokemon that you're going to be excited to put on your team would really trim the fat, but maybe it could also throw off the game or meta? Question mark?
No.
Well, I mean, you could throw in any of the Rattatas. Pick one.
Rattata.
Exactly.
Throw that in. You're
OG
good.
Rattata, and you're good. I agree. We'll see what the future holds, I guess. Eve, sent from my iPhone.
Well, let's go back to Sun and Moon. Do we really need a Alolan Rattata and Young Goose? Do we really need both?
I loved Alolan Rattata.
Yeah, it was great.
Actually, I do love how they differentiated the versions in that way.
Yeah.
And the lore
was kinda
behind it was
cute.
really cool too. I mean,
And here's the thing. Young Goose is how many people's favorite Pokemon again? Oh, right, zero.
Gumshoe's got some love, though.
So maybe we've reached the point where there are enough Rattata clones.
Unless you do something interesting with them. I think if we're talking about Pidgey clones, I think Fletchling and Talonflame were done well.
I agree completely.
That's a case of being done well. I think if you do something different with them, it can work out well.
They did that with the early game bug in Gen 7 too, because we got Vikavolt, which is a super cool Pokemon.
Yeah, I think that's something you can do. I think
Yeah.
it can be done well. It's just they didn't.
No more generic normal types. Let's start with that.
was Bumblebee the rodent in Gen 6?
Gen 6, and that was a good one. It was.
Too.
That was a good one. That was a good spin on it.
Good job, Gen 6.
Normal ground. It gets huge power. That's a cool Pokemon. It has spikes. It's a really cool Pokemon.
And then let's go back to Gen 5. Let's go back to Gen 5. We got Patrat and Pidove. Nobody cares.
Although they knocked it out of the park with the bugs as well.
They did. Carablast and...
I wasn't even thinking of those. I was thinking of Leavanny.
Oh,
and
Sawaddle.
Scolipede.
Yes. Those were great, too.
Yeah, they knocked it out of the park on the early game bugs.
I mean, there's some good stuff in Gen 5. There's also bad stuff, but that's what happens when you throw, everything in.
Yeah.
So this next one's from Nate. This is where we'll end it today.
All right, this is from Nate from Vancouver. I just wanted to email and say that I really appreciate the discussion. So many big-name Pokemon tubers and big site heads have been making a lot of excuses for the Pokemon Company and Game Freak, and trying to dissuade people from voicing their discontent, and it's refreshing to hear people actually totally fine with regular fans being disappointed by this, and exercising criticism through the hashtag or through silly jokes and memes like Pokemon pretending to be other Pokemon to get into Galar. The memes have been very fun.
The memes have been great.
The memes are the best thing.
Also, quick comment, Nate, please use more periods.
Oh, that was just one sentence. Wow.
It was 2 sentences, too, but
Lots of commas, though. Lots of commas.
Yeah.
otherwise it was pretty well formed. Also, really appreciate you guys pointing out how Game Freak had 4 or 5 different streams to point out this big news, and only decided to tell people at the tail end of a demo stream while less people were watching. Anyway, keep up the great work, Nate from Vancouver. Quick comment on that. They did try to hide that really well. I was saying off air before how it would have been interesting if they just didn't mention anything about this, and then it wasn't until like data miners would find that there weren't all the models in the game.
I feel like that would have gone so much worse.
Yeah, but they'd have made their money.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably pretty bad. I don't know.
Very bad.
We would have found out beforehand because, like, I fully expect there to be a direct
leak.
Probably like September, October-ish time. I fully expect that we'll get a direct that kind of just focuses on home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping they have their ideas fleshed out by then.
Oh, they are going to be like revamping home now, I'm sure. They're doing a lot with home, I bet, that they weren't planning on doing.
I don't know that home's a fully realized concept ever up until this point. I think Pokemon being not added to the game might have been a very late in the development cycle's thought process, despite what they tell us, like, hey, this is something that we had to decide to do. And I'm saying that happened in like March. They were like, oh man, we can't finish this in time. Sorry, Papa Nintendo. And Papa Nintendo's like, well, we delayed Animal Crossing, so fix it. And then we get this really like huge issue with where they try to push it out, and they're just like, well, let's instead of pushing Pokemon Bank to the Switch, let's make it a little bit better. Then they're just like, yeah, we could trade, yeah, we can make phones connect, yeah, and that's like all they got to, and that's what we got at the press conference. Because if you read Junichi Masuda's interviews afterwards, he's like, yeah, maybe Pokemon could go to spin-off games from home too. Yeah, that could be cool. And it's just like, what are you doing? Are you just throwing out ideas for what home
conjecture?
Could be?
You're just conjecture.
What spin-off games is probably what he's thinking.
That's what I'm thinking. What spin-off games am I sending Pokemon to? Like, Conquest 2, or like, I don't know. I'd be okay with a good Mystery Dungeon. Yeah, I don't know. Or even like Pokemon Ranger. Could you imagine like Pokemon Ranger where you could bring your Pokemon in? I'd be okay with that. Like, that's a different type of adventure.
Watch them just be able to go to Pokemon Masters. No, they wouldn't.
I don't know that they would go to
pay
Pokemon
for that.
Masters.
They wouldn't. It was a joke.
I mean, they're obviously not going to Pokemon Go either, because it's a one-way trip from Pokemon Go to home. Trip. I'm very curious to see what Pokemon Home develops into at this point, because I'm sure by October they'll show us something.
Don't get your expectations up. It is going to be a box to store Pokemon.
Have no expectations. Have no expectations.
I expect it to be a box that we're going to get, and they say we can trade, but I fully expect for them to announce trading will be added in at a later date, just like Pokemon Go. That's how I feel.
So it's just going to be the Pokemon retirement home we've all been making jokes about.
He did say in interviews he wanted it to be interactive. He said that they were going to have an active role.
Yes, you touch your screen on your phone. That's very interactive.
The worst would be if it's like Pokemon Go and it has to be proximity trades.
No, so there was somewhere where it stated that it was going to be like online trades, and you're going to be able to trade over the internet. So like I feel like the GTS is essentially going to be there. I mean, it's the GTS. It's only as good as it's ever was. I just don't know. I don't have too much hope for what home is going to be. Best case scenario, they come out, they say, yeah, we have battling mechanics in home. And you solve a lot of the discomfort that people have. You don't even need to have full models. Honestly, my 100% solution to this, because it'd be really cool and it'd be the way a lot of indie developers are going. We're putting that in quotes because Game Freak likes to say small indie company. Sorry. But the one thing that we can do is you go back to Gen 5 sprites for the phone, right? Or for home, because you already only have like the little pixelated sprites for the box anyway. You have Gen 5 sprites for battles in home. That would be so cool. You already have 649 of them done. You just have to add in another 300-400.
Or they could even just use their 3D models, which they have most of them in there for Go anyway. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, you could you Go holds it, so why can't we do it on home, right?
We'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
Expect nothing.
Yeah, I have very not high expectations.
I don't know if we're still on what Nate was talking about, but
probably not. But go ahead. I think did we get to the last sentence?
We got to the end, yes. It was. Anyway, keep up the great work, Nate from Vancouver.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to harp on this too much, because like I really want us to take a step back and like try to see the good in this game, because like there are good things in Sword and Shield. Like there's so much cool stuff in there, and I was so excited until the end of that treehouse. I was so excited. Like if you watch that video, it's so cool. Like I could forgive all of the graphical errors they had in that if all the Pokemon were there, because raid battles with friends.
That's literally all we've always done.
And I'm okay with keep doing that. Okay.
We would be
if all the Pokemon are there, I will forgive them for everything all the time.
Exactly. Exactly. Because that's what Pokemon is.
I have no shame saying that. I've forgiven it for not innovating for like the past forever, literally because at least I can keep all my guys.
That's Pokemon, exactly.
And that's what Pokemon is.
Or was.
I really wish they would have been like, we also have like a lot of other cool stuff to show you in Sword and Shield. And I haven't heard any of that yet. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. Maybe we'll get something cool out of that. We'll end it there, though, so I don't keep getting sad.
Green Tauros.
And
Stoutland.
It's also sad. Stoutland's also sad. You're done.
But it's the big-hearted Pokemon.
I like giving it to Eve.
I agree.
That was a very enjoyable
Eve,
email, I thought.
You get the Green Tauros badge. And also, if you want to email in, again, send it to pucklepodcast@gmail.com, letting us know, are you excited for Pokemon Masters? What would your favorite 3-member team be? Send it in, pucklepodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to keep up with us, great way to do so is go to social media, Twitter, Instagram, wherever social media is sold, we're Puckle Podcast. You can, of course, watch these Twitch streams that we've been talking about with the Nuzlocke over on twitch.tv/thepucklepodcast, as well as catch Jushiro and Orange playing TCG over there as well. You can also go to our Puckle YouTube channel to watch the Nuzlocke, but also watch some cool battle videos over there. That's youtube.com/Puckle Podcast. You can, of course, help support the show in a variety of ways. First being going to Twitch and donating bits or doing whatever you need to do. You can also go over to tpublic.com, buy some cool Puckle Pokemon swag. Everything you buy there helps support the show. And then finally, you can also go over to our Patreon at patreon.com/Puckle Podcast, where you can get real life gym badges, shiny Pokemon, and more. Just check it out. We should be doing a live show here in the next few weeks, so we're going to grab a couple of you patrons to be on that. So until next time, though, I think that's everything I usually say. I am Trainer Thatch.
I'm Professor Snag.
And I continue to be sublime.
And here in the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's closing time.
It's closing time in Lavender Town. Time to say our goodbyes. It's closing time. Farewell, my friends. I'll catch you on the flip side.
Sorry, guys, I'm still getting over whatever I had earlier this week. I cannot handle a list of 100 names, but I do want to let the patrons know that I do appreciate them, and that next week we will 1000% be back with reading all of the patron names. So I will catch you guys on the flip-flop.